These ladies amaze me each and every time. I think that those clips are absolutely wonderful. Everyone does such a good job each and every month. So you guys, please be certain to go over and check out each one of their videos right after you watch my video. I'm going to be leaving their channel links in my description box for you, as I usually do. So, if you couldn't already tell who I was by now, I'm trying to decide, do I want to tell you who I am or let you put it in the comment section? Who am I portraying in this month's Curve collab? We were, of course, to select someone that we thought was glamorous and bring some Hollywood to you guys. And I picked this particular person for a reason, because she is multi-talented, a singer, an actress, a songwriter, and a former talk show host. So maybe you might guess by now who I am choosing to portray in this month's video. Well, if you haven't, keep on watching, and maybe towards the end of the video, or certainly by the time I get dressed, you probably will have figured it out. All right, let's get started.
But before we get started, I would like to wish Jackie from Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty a very happy birthday. She'll be celebrating the 24th. Happy birthday, my friend Jackie. I love you.
Today, I'm going to be using a Morphe palette. This is the Morphe Artistry Palette 3502. And this is the Supernatural. Wait a minute, let me get my glasses. No, I used the Supernatural the last time. This one is called, this Morphe palette is called Second Nature. And the reason it's called Second Nature, why, of course, all the shades in the palette are pretty much neutral shades. I'm going to hold it way down here because of the mirror. But there are a lot of earth tone shades. Back when my particular lady was wearing makeup, even at the height of her career, she just didn't wear a lot of makeup. So my look is going to be hopefully only to enhance my features. I don't want to go overboard, so I'm just going to be using two shades of transition color, which is called Brick. And then I'll be using a black shade, just a little bit of black. And the name of that shade is called Wiz. This particular Morphe palette does have a cover here, a shade protector with the names of the shades on the shade protector. I've already done my eyebrows, or at least started to shape them, because sometimes after I put my complexion on, the outer wing part will get messed up, and sometimes I have to touch that up, but at least I got it started. I have on my primer. I'm using the No Problem by Touch and Soleil. And today I'm going to be using a powder, so that's why my face looks a little bit dry. With your powders, you don't want to have like a really oily complexion, because you'll be going in and out of your compact to get your product, and so you'll leave a smudge in it from oils that have, that are on your skin. So that's why it looks a little bit dried down today instead. What else did I do? Oh, I used the LA Pro Girl concealer as my shadow base today, because I don't need anything that's going to, grab a whole lot of color. And the color that I'm using is Toffee. This one here. Okay, we're going to get started, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about my person along the way.
I'm going to begin by picking up the shade Brick, and I'm using that as my transition shade. Della Reese, born Della Reese Patricia Early on July 6, 1931, in the Black Bottom neighborhood of Detroit, Michigan. She is best known for her work as a blues and gospel singer, a minister, and later as an actress. Della Reese was born to Richard Thaddeus Early, an African-American steelworker, and Nellie Mitchell Early, a Cherokee cook. Della Reese's mom had children born to her before Della Reese, but none of those children lived with them, so Della Reese was raised as an only child. Here, guys, I've picked up that black shade, and I'm drawing a line to make a wing on my outer V with a very fine brush. I am now going to build up that line and blow it out without adding any further product. Now I'll share some more information about Della Reese. At the tender age of 6, Reese began her career as a gospel singer singing in a church. At 13, she was hired to sing with Mahalia Jackson's gospel group, with whom she toured while also attending Cass Technical High School. That is the school that my granddaughter is presently attending. Della Reese was very smart, and she was the first to graduate from high school in her family, and she did so at the age of 15 years old. Now, guys, using a fluffier brush, I'm going to continue to work with this same shadow that is on the outer V, and I'm going to pull that into my crease area. I don't want to add any more shadow yet. Black will get away from you, and I want more of a subdued black or a grayish black effect. After high school, Reese attended Wayne State University, which is also in Detroit, and formed her own gospel group, the Meditation Singers. When her mother died in 1949, Reese quit school to help support her sick father. However, when he took a new girlfriend that very same year, Reese moved out. She then began working odd jobs and performed in clubs. During this time, she shortened her name from Della Reese Early to Della Reese. So as you saw here, guys, I did bring that color into the crease, but I did add just slightly a tad more, and I'm going to be doing the same thing on now my right eye. Della Reese's big break in music came when she won a contest that allowed her to sing at Detroit's well-known Flame Show Bar. The prize for winning was a week-long engagement in the club, but Reese proved popular and sang there for 8 weeks. A manager spotted her singing there and then moved her to New York City. There she became a vocalist with the Hawkins Orchestra. In 1953, which was 3 years before I was born, she signed a recording contract with Jubilee Records, with whom she recorded 6 albums. Della Reese's greatest hits came in the 50s and 60s, and she continued making music through the end of the 20th century. In 2017, Reese was inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. In this clip, guys, I'm applying my powder foundation. This is by Fenty in shade number 400. In 1968, Reese made her television acting debut on the police series The Mod Squad. In 1969, she began to focus on her acting career. On occasion, Della Reese would fill in for Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, making her the first black woman to host a national television variety talk show. Della did try to have her own talk show called Della, but it was canceled after 197 episodes, lasting only from June 69 to March of 70. She then starred in movies and television through the remainder of her life, most notably in the film Harlem Nights in 1989 and the CBS television series Touched by an Angel from 1994 through 2003. Okay, guys, it's time for my eyelashes, and here is my favorite adhesive, the Kiss Lash Liner Glue. I'm using the white, which will dry to clear today. Miss Della Reese tried her hand at marriage 4 times. However, when she met and married Franklin Thomas Lett Jr., she remained with him until her death. Della Reese sadly passed away on November 19, 2017, in her home in Los Angeles, California. No cause was given for her death at the age of 86 years old. What an extensive and beautiful career she had. I'm just in awe of her accomplishments. All of the information that I shared with you guys is courtesy of blackpass.org. I don't know what brand or style these lashes are. I've worn them several times. These are the lashes that I wear to church. This style and volume is best suited for that. I'm skipping bronzer and contour, and I'm just adding a little bit of blush. Now I'm going to add a little bit of that black shade Wiz to the area under the waterline, and then I'll soften that up with a large brush as well.
The girls made about $200 tonight. You trying to accuse me of stealing quick? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to whoop yo. I guess by now you guys know which actress I chose to portray. It is Della Reese. Oh my goodness. I had fun with this look and just the overall concept as it was. It's time for my Lippy. The Lippy that I'm choosing for this evening is not a bright red because Della Reese was the mother of the house. She was in charge of the girls. So she was a more mature woman, an older woman, a woman that was to be respected. So I'm going to be using a Tom Ford Lippy. This is a deluxe sample size of number 16 Scarlet Rouge. I was gifted this deluxe sample by Julia. I'm going to show you what the shade looks like. Kind of subdued, like I said, not your bright harlot type of red. And back then, ladies, they tended to more stain their lips with just a little color. So let me see how this is going to go on. I didn't even want to use a pencil for this. I'm just going to blot. There we go, so I can have that kind of stained type look, which speaks more to that time period. In terms of my fascinator, I could not find the one that I wanted. She wore a black one in the movie Harlem Nights. If you have never seen the movie Harlem Nights, you have got to check it out. Della Reese's fascinator sat dead center in the middle of her forehead. And every time I think about it, it just cracks me up. You have to see the movie. Della Reese. Eddie Murphy played Quick. I believe Richard Pryor played Sugar. And I forget Red Fox, what his character's name was. I forget at this time, and I keep wanting to call him Fred Sanford. You know that he's well known for the role he played in Sanford and Son, and he had a son named Lamont. So if you haven't seen the movie, you can't even watch it now because it was made in the 90s. You can watch it even now on YouTube. And you remember she had all of this gold ruffle across her shoulder. And as for this ruffle, this gold ruffle, it's actually Christmas tree ribbon. It has the wire in it, but the wire actually helped me to kind of mold and shape the ruffle. That ruffle on her dress is like hilarious to me. It's some aspects that are over the top, and then some that personally I feel as though they're glamorous. I would have loved to live for at least 1 week during that time period and had the opportunity to wear some of the clothing that they wore then. This dress, well, I have on a dress and this is a shawl. She actually had on black foxtails that were hanging from her dress. I thought it was a jacket, but when I reviewed the video, it was part of her dress. That was the most elaborate dress. It was deep V cut and showing a good amount of cleavage. And I just could not find a V-neck dress. So this will have to suffice. I think it's enough. I want you guys to remember to go over and check out all the other ladies' looks and see who they decided to portray in their videos. Again, I'm going to be leaving their channel links in my description box. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you selecting my channel to watch. It is most appreciated. All right, you guys have a good one. And remember, beauty never ever ends when it begins from within.